welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm doing a vintage cube draft. My pack doesn't have any obvious slam dunks in it. Wheel of Fortune could be a build around if I end up in like Narset, Orcish Bowmaster, Hull Breacher. I'll get better if I have a wheel. This could facilitate Storm. This makes things like Fast Spawn and Exploration better. It's Flooded Strand or it's Wheel of Fortune. And Flooded Strand, like if I had to 3-0 this draft to live or to, save the Earth from aliens or something, I'd take Flooded Strand. But I think this is the last vintage cube I'm going to do this season. I'm going to grab Wheel of Fortune and try to do something cool. Oh, geez. I was past the One Ring. Okay. I assume this pack had Power 9 in it because there's not much you take over the One Ring. Flash, there's very little I take over Flash, but the One Ring is one of them. Yeah, this pack must have been bonkers for whoever opened it. I'm going to take One Ring. This is yet another thing that gives me a large burst of cards. The Shieldred would be great with my Wheel of Fortune, but it is not even close to the One Ring as far as playability. Yeah, I'm taking it. Okay, we've got Badlands, which is the base Stormcolor land. High Tide. I'm not going to take a High Tide. I don't believe. I'm going to be honest. Bolus of Citadel is some cool top-end thing I could do. Paradoxical Outcome. The problem with Paradoxical Outcome is it rewards you for having stuff that every deck wants anyway. Like, you don't take PO and then prioritize Moxen. You take Moxen, and then if you have 2 or 3 of them, you then get to take PO. I think I want Badlands here. I could see Faithless Looting being reasonable, but I would like my mana under me. Okay, Fetch Land is here. Dragon's Rage Channeler would be like a fine card. Trips Titan is great to tinker into. I do like Lotus Cobra quite a lot. I'm going to take Wooded Foothills, though. That's just the open and reasonable card for the deck. Oh, Underground Sea and Thassa's Oracle. If I end up in a deck that can shred itself down to nothing, Thassa's Oracle is great. Underground Sea gives me the full Grixis dual land spread. I can't fetch Sea with Wooded Foothills, so that's not like free money. I think in the spirit of pack one, pick one, and Wheel of Fortune over Flooded Strand, I'm also going to take Thassa's Oracle here and try to do the cool thing. Goodbye, Underground Sea. I'll miss you, but here we go. The Steam Vents, another Grixis dual land. This one can be grabbed with Wooded Foothills. Itali is like the top-end shit. Forensic Gadgeteer, though. Forensic Gadgeteer pops off with Basalt Monolith. Yeah, Steam Vents and Gadgeteer for me. Whoever third picked that Flash earlier in the packs would be pretty hyped about this Itali. Do I think Gadgeteer is better than Steam Vents? All right, I'm going to crash out and last moment take my land here. Kitsa, Dark Slick Shores, Raucous Theater. Kitsa doubling a spell could be pretty sweet. I need good spells worth doubling, but this could be a backdoor into some cool kind of Doomsday thing, like Doomsday, tap this, get the chain going. Okay. I am swinging for the fences here, I understand that, and I'm completely comfortable with it. The old 3-0 or 0-3 special. I could take Screaming Nemesis, which starts to build up a backup plan, like Kitsa into Screaming Nemesis is just beats. I could take Vaultborn Tyrant. Trumpeting Carnosaur, if I get like Displacer Kitten and start flickering this thing, that could be a Storm endgame. Carnosaur has ended up in my sideboard so many times lately. I'm going to take Vaultborn Tyrant and just give myself the option of hitting a reanimation package in the other 2 packs. The Duelist of the Mind kind of sucks, but its power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. We could set up the one-shot wins, like Wheel of Fortune, tap One Ring, blast you for 13. Flame Slash and Tidebinder are both like good cards. Oh, Manamorphose, if I'm trying to storm. All right. Manamorphose, we're storming out. Cryptic Command. Really don't want Cryptic Command to be in my Storm deck. But if I am base blue with a combo kill, that's really cool. Kolaghan's Command is just a good card. Tarfire is cheap interaction. I can fetch this commercial district. All right, I'll take the Cryptic. Paradoxical comes back. So is Dark Confidant. I could take this black-white land. White's not that interesting. Bone Shards can discard my Vault Tyrant. Okay, I am going to take this Dark Confidant or PO. I'll take the PO and just hope for the best, hope it works. Dragon's Rage Chandler could set up cool breach stuff. Here's a dual land. Tireless Tracker is probably not going to be played. And a Dinosaur. This is the difference between drafting the best card in every pack and trying to make something cool happen. I have no idea if this deck's going to be playable at all, but I have a lot of cool cards. Archon of Cruelty is here. Here's the Fast Bond that I called out as working well with Wheel of Fortune and the One Ring. I do already have a reanimation target if we get there, but I don't actually have any reanimation engines. I did take this Blooming Marsh, and I do have a Wooded Foothills if we're going to support Fast Bond as the backbone of our Storm deck here, or at least as how we leverage our draw sevens. I'm going to try it. Grim Monolith. That works with most of my things. I don't know if I'll have enough islands to play Gush. I love a Preordain. I love a Blightsteel, but I can't currently do anything with it. Yeah, it's Grim Monolith for me. Phyrexian Metamorph could be a Grim Monolith. Treasure Cruise could be something or other at some point. Here's the Tendrils. Am I actually going to win with Tendrils of Agony? Fast Bond makes a lot of things possible. The problem with Tendrils is I don't know if I need to take it now. This is one of those super annoying things that happens in Cube Draft where it's kind of use it or lose it when you see it, because even if nobody else is in Storm, somebody might see this 7 picks from now and just figure like, I'll take Tendrils out of the draft, even though we don't play in pod here. I would like Metamorph. I'm going to take Tendrils. Just going to put that in the bank in case we get to use it. Miscalculation, Kitesail Freebirder, Yogg Will. Yogg Moss Will, huh? All right. That is a powerful interaction with Wheel of Fortune. I kind of like the Miscalculation. If I was just taking the best card in the back, I'd probably go there. But here we go. Swinging for the fences on the final Cube Draft of the season. Displacer Kitten. I did mention this card. It is also quite good as an engine with a variety of things. And Bring to Light is another route to Tendrils, but I don't think it's better than Kitten. Yeah, you're in here. It's a lot of 4-drops in my deck. Gitaxian Probe and Duress. I already have Fast Bond, so I don't want Exploration. Certainly not over Probe and Duress. Probe is great with Storm and with Yogg Will and with Displacer Kitten. Duress is actually interactive, though. There's more Duresses in the cube than there are Gitaxian Probes, though. It's one versus, like, 4 or 5. I'm going to take the Probe. Shallow Grave, that's my first look at a Reanimator anything. Kiora, the Rising Tide, is a looter. Draw 2, discard 2. This could feed Yogg Will. It could fix my hand. There's also an Undercity Sewers here, which I can't fetch, but it is a blue-black duel. I think I want Kiora. Consider Unearth Coalition Relic. I think it's Coalition Relic. My combo turns are going to be super mana hungry. This is something I could just target with Paradoxical Outcome as well. I do like Consider, but I like Coalition Relic more. Raminep Excavator. Now that I have Fast Bond, this becomes pretty interesting. I do have a fetch land. I could just machine gun fetches out of my graveyard. The Fairy Mastermind is here as just a card that is not embarrassing to play. I think I'm going to take the Mastermind. Gush, Wayfinder, Tarmogoyf. Wayfinder can dump a bunch of stuff in my graveyard for Yogg Will. I'm not playing Tarmogoyf. My deck is base blue. I'm going to take the Gush. Alright, I wield the Metamorph. That's exciting. Thundering Falls is here too. That is an on-color fetchable island for my combo turns and my Gush. I think I'm going to take Metamorph over it, though. It's just frequently the best card. Lethal Scheme. This could be a free spell. It is removal. Guess I'll take it. I mentioned Bring to Light the first time around. Deathrite Shaman, though. I am trying to support Fast Bond. Passive Graveyard Hate is never bad. Yeah, I'm going to take the Deathrite. Ketramos the New Dawn versus Galvanic Blast. I'm going to take Blast. I just don't know if I'm going to support Ketramos. All right, deck. Black Lotus, final pack. Let's make this Yogg Will good. I'd settle for a Dark Ritual, but please Black Lotus. Grief is a free spell that is interactive. Subtlety is a free spell that's in or out interactive. Polluted Delta is the appropriately colored fetch land. Relic of Sauron's just really good. I think I have to take Polluted Delta here. Cards I would like to wheel out of this pack: Grief, Relic, Chromatic Star are the three I would like to see again. Yeah, but I'm going to take Delta. Reign of Filth, okay. Echo of Eons here too. Not really exhuming. Prof's Memory, okay. This gives my deck a whole other game plan attached to it. And Tamiyo is just not so busto. Maybe I want Tamiyo here and try to wheel the Profs or the Reign of Filth. Because even just like Wheel of Fortune, I mentioned the Nathan Stoyer card earlier, the whatever that thing is called. This turns any of your creatures into that. Tamiyo is just really good. I'm happy to play that card on one. Not that interested in Echo, and I'd be surprised if anyone else is. But yeah, Reign of Filth, Profs, or Echo are all cards I'd be happy to get back. Memory Jar, Fear of Missing Out. I'm not playing Fear of Missing Out, it's not that one. Snapcaster Mage is what? Manamorphose? I got a lot going on in the top end nonsense. I need to like be alive long enough for these things to work. Yeah, I think I want Snapcaster here. The Spell Pierce does look good, but I want Snapcaster. Ragavan, huh? Oh, Cabal Ritual. And an appropriate fetch land. I think I actually just need a ritual in my deck. Any ritual at all, I'll take it. The Manifold Key works with Grim Monolith, and that's a good combo with Paradoxical Outcome. No, I think the Key is better. I'm more likely to wheel the Cabal Ritual too. Nobody else should be in Storm, but maybe Doomsday is somewhere in the pod. I don't know. Force Negation is the best card in this pack, and Ragavan is close, but I'm going to take the Key because I have both the One Ring and Grim Monolith. Kappa Cannoneer is a win con. Mox Opal is a Mox. The last Grixis dual land is here. I'm not going to be a Lurrus deck because I have Kitten and Ring that I'm definitely playing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts in my whole deck. It doesn't seem like enough for Mox Opal, although the card is very good. Kappa Cannoneer. Kappa Brainstorm. This Opal is just so good if it works. All right, I'm going for Opal. Counterspell. Thieving Skydiver. Skydiver could be an extra artifact. I think I have to take Counterspell here. I'm kind of a control deck that at some very late point tries to do something big. Sensei's Top. Okay, that is an artifact and card selection. Amped Raptor could be a Storm card, but not really, because more than half my deck, or about exactly half my deck, doesn't work with it. Brain Surge can move cards around. Imperial Seal can be whatever I need it to be. Zurin Orb is literally just an artifact. Unfortunately, I did not take that Ramunap Excavator when I had the chance. The Zurin Orb, Ramunap, Fastbond, Infinite Life combo, Infinite Life and Infinite Mana combo. Not available to me here. Imp Seal is just like another One Ring. And all games get easier if you have the One Ring in play. Okay, here's this wheel. The Chromatic Star was one of the things I said I'd like to see. And it did come back. That fixes mana, turns on Mox Opal, and is like an object for Yogg-Will to move around. Reign of Filth, we called that one out as well. Phyrexian Revoker is an artifact, but I think Reign of Filth is better. Here's that ritual that the deck was missing. Spell Pierce on the wheel. I think that's better than Valky. I'll take it. I'm not playing any of these cards, probably. Generous Plunderer is probably the most likely one. Wow, look at this. Volcanic Island and Shelduck Isle on the wheel. Shelduck Isle is obviously very good and can be a Storm payoff, but Volcanic Island just makes my deck work. And 3 PI. Might even play that. Okay, so I'm kind of a base blue 4-color control deck that might have a combo kill somewhere in it. I did not get an Underworld Breach, regrettably, which makes Dragon Rage Channeler a little worse. Fiend's Tower. This is a blue-black duel, even if I'm ignoring the white. I don't have any fetchable green. I can play a forest. I really don't want to do that, though. Ended up with 7 artifacts. Third class Iconoclast can be more artifacts. Generous Plunderer also makes artifacts. Okay. I should probably decide if I'm going to try to support Tendrils or Oracle, and what that even looks like. I have no tutor. Oh no, I have Imperial Seal. Never mind. There is one tutor here. I have Deathrite Shaman, Manamorphose, Chromatic Star, and Mox Opal and Blooming Marsh that can cast Fast Bond. I think that's enough. I might play a basic forest once we get there. To be determined. I think Paradoxical Outcome is asking too much, even though it is sweet. And I did make some decisions based on having it, but that doesn't mean it has to stay in the deck. Probably out on Dragon's Rage Channeler. I could even value Tendrils to buy myself more turns with the ring active, and then Yogg-Will it back. That's live. Somebody took my Cabal Ritual. Those dicks. A Displacer Kitten plus Kiora can shred through my deck. Kiora is an alternate win condition if I just want to make 8/8s and beat down. What if I just don't? With the Tendrils, Yogg-Will, Gush, that takes Reign of Filth out of the deck too. I just need cuts here, and my deck is doing too much. I'm losing Generous Plunderer. I think Third Path Iconoclast will be better for a comparable effect. Maybe I cut Lethal Scheme and try to send it in game ones. If I need removal, I could board that in for that situation. What does the Storm deck look like? I gotta reimagine. If I have Outcome in, all of these kind of slower control-y cards come out. Gush is probably in this deck too. Kiora plus Kitten is an engine. Keep looking at Kiora as maybe kind of not good. Kitsa, maybe not good. Okay, if I play a combo deck, and so Counterspell, Cryptic, Spell Pierce, all that stuff is on the sideline right now. I don't need a lot of lands in a deck like that. This might be a train wreck, and it's not even the most consistent deck that I have that I could build out of the cards that I have. But I kind of like sending combo aggression in game one, and then I could sideboard into Grixis mid-range in the sideboard if I need to. I'm going to try this. I am pushing my boundaries here. Cube experts probably know whether this is going to work or not. They probably could have navigated the draft better than me. I have a sweet spot that I'm very comfortable in Cube, and I'm trying to break the boundaries here. Let's get in this and try to storm people out. The BoshNRoll channel is brought to you by Tales of Adventure. TOAMagic.com has almost 100,000 unique cards in stock. They offer free track shipping on every order, plus next day or 2-day options when you have an event coming up fast. They offer on-site pickup at major Magic events throughout the US, so you're never scrambling before your tournament. Stop by their booth to buy, sell, or trade at upcoming regional championships, Magic Con, Spotlight Series, and more. I love their selection of individually scanned high-end cards that show you exactly what you're buying. And the best part is saving 5% on every order with promo code BOSH. From Ancestral Recall to Zombie Master, get what you need quickly and in one place at TOAMagic.com. Eternal lives here. I am on the draw in round one. I'm going to keep my hand. I'm playing against the Elite Troll. Let's go. Great username. Basic Plains. I am going to lead on Tameo. If I sandbag the Gataxian Probe, good chance she flips next turn. Unless she gets Swords to Plowshare right now. Okay. She survived that turn cycle. Another Plains. Mono White has a bunch of interaction in the cube these days. All right, yeah, there goes March of Otherworldly Light. That qualifies as well. Now I'm going to just probe them, see what's going on over there. We've got Monastery Mentor, Stomp, Bone Crush. That's the same card. Bone Crusher Giant, Static Prison, Chandra. Okay, I can just snap Gataxian Probe here, draw another card. I'm going to play Badlands and snap Gataxian Probe. Let me see those cards again. I found Imperial Seal. That is a route to the One Ring or Yogg-Will, whatever I feel like I need to do here. Monastery Mentor, Nightmare Scenario. Can I fetch green? I don't think I can. Not with Blue to Delta. Okay, I'm going to play Kiora. What are my fetchables? Yeah, I can't fetch green here. I can fetch Volcanic Island. And then I'll play Kiora. So draw a discard situation. There's Tendrils. What do I do with that? Okay, Paradoxical Outcome not coming together here. 0 targets for that. And do I believe in Fast Bond? I'm probably going to seal for the One Ring next turn. Okay, I'll dump Tendrils, and I will keep that available to me as Yogg-Will food later. Plateau off the top. So Chandra minus on Kiora. Bash with Monastery Mentor is pretty good here. And they still have 2 removal spells in hand. One of them actually beats the One Ring, and the other lets them attack through it. Through the powerful Stomp on my own face technique. I could just get my own Monastery Mentor. I could Mentor Imperial Seal. Yeah, I wish I had an instant to shrug off Stomp, but I don't. Okay, Swamp. This is so much damage. Alright, I gotta do it though. Phyrexian Metamorph. Give me a Monastery Mentor. Imperial Seal. Make a Monk. I think I gotta get the One Ring here. Hopefully they use Stomp this turn, and then the One Ring actually does buy me time. Alright, One Ring's on top of my deck. I am gonna offer this trade up. Like, they're definitely gonna block. They're not gonna lose Chandra to Snapcaster here. So they can go Stomp, Static Prison, attack me for 4, flip Chandra, put me to 2. Yikes. Alright, made mana instead. I don't know if that's good or bad. There's the Stomp. Okay, that means that the One Ring will actually give me protection for a turn. Generous Plunderer. Easy, easy chump block here. They held back the Static Prison, though. Don't love that for me. That can remove my One Ring. Okay. Didn't play the Bone Crusher. Alright, One Ring. The YOLO One Ring that will be removed immediately. Manifold Key. Man, we're so close. We were so close to doing it. Drawing a card. Well, they didn't make a treasure, but they can't target me, so they could have gotten a free treasure here. It's you may make a treasure when you do target opponent gets a tap treasure. 4 mana in the pool. No, the Witch Enchanter. My poor Manifold Key. I thought we were safe. They didn't Static Prison? What the shit? Exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. Okay. Are they going to wait till next turn to do that? Deal if true. Sensei's top. Okay, tap the ring. Yeah, I'm pretty cooked here. Displacer Kitten. Flickering the One Ring doesn't get you protection again, because the One Ring is only if you cast it. I look very dead here. I feel very dead. Third Path Iconoclast. That doesn't help. I guess I'm just going to flip Sensei's top and hope there's literally anything there. Alright, I'm dead. Okay, just run over by Boros. Okay, so I have a bunch of things I could put in my deck. And they are the things that have already been identified as things that would probably make the deck better. I get to be on the play here. Does that make me more or less interested in trying to keep the Storm thing going? And then on the draw, I can go back to this. Okay. I am going to play the Storm deck again while I'm on the play, and then if there's a game 3, I will play the Grixis deck. Oh, this hand is not good. Mulligan it. Alright, here we go. This is something that could happen. I'm going to get rid of Rain of Filth. I think that's the farthest away from being useful. Fiend's Tower, ship it. Thraben Inspector. A Volcanic Island, Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith casts Manifold Key. Manifold Key untaps Grim Monolith. And I play Sensei's Divining Top. Pass the turn. Paradoxical Outcome would be great here. Yeah, take 1. March of Otherworldly Light, no! That card's so good. Okay. Okay, I have this Chromatic Star. I have a Sensei's Top. I'm going to start by spinning my top, see what's in here. Oh, a bunch of lands, cool. I was really hoping to draw 2 cards a turn with that Manifold Key, but opponent saw the line. Okay, Chromatic Star, I'll play that. Badlands, I'll play that. And I'm just going to pass for now. I can draw a fetch land, fetch, see 3 new cards next turn, and then maybe even draw one of them. Another point from the Inspector. Monastery Mentor. Top 10 anime betrayals. Okay, I am going to fetch first, and I will get Forest. Am I going to get Forest? Sure. Forest is in. Look with the top. Tamiyo Gataxian Probe. I have drawn 1 card this turn. Alright, Tamiyo. I've drawn 2 cards this turn. Play Tamiyo. Draw my 3rd card for the turn. Tamiyo flips. Probably going to die immediately. But we do what we got to do around here. Replay top. Okay, there's a Gataxian Probe on top of my deck right now. Yeah, they're just drawing a card pre-combat. I like that. Static Prison. That card's really good. Do they want Monolith or Tameo? Probably Tameo. Yeah, she's gone. They can attack me for 2 here. There it is. I don't know how much energy their deck's going to be able to generate. Come on now. All right, I'll take a Taxine Probe. Draw Probe. Probe my opponent, draw a Swamp. Lightning Bolt and 3 lands. Okay. I mean, my life total is not safe, but Lightning Bolt 3 lands is a hand I can work with. Okay, I'm going to Snapcaster and then Hardcast a Taxine Probe to protect my life total and draw the other Swamp. Then I can spin top and see 3 fresh ones. I could see 2 fresh ones now, but I think I need to set up next turn by using my most mana I can now. Targeted Probe. Probe, Hardcast this. There's the other Swamp. And I'll play Swamp, activate top, and hope the One Ring is there. Mox Opal, Phyrexian Metamorph. Metamorph could be Swiss or Mentor again. So I'm gonna go Iconoclast, Opal, Metamorph, and I'll pass the turn. None of those were the One Ring I was hoping for. They're using their Bolt now. This is a hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next turn. If they draw any spell, it's more. But Monastery Mentor plus Sensei's Divining Top is a combo. Banned from Legacy for being too good. There's the Sacred Foundry. I go to 8 and hope they don't have another burn spell. Okay. In the end step, I'm going to draw a card with Sensei's Top, because then I draw Sensei's Top, and that guarantees a spell I can cast to trigger Monastery Mentor. Okay, Swamp, Metamorph. Gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I tap Grim Monolith? Top, I flip top. Mox Opal is underneath. Yeah, I don't need to tap my Monolith here. I've got my own fresh, delicious Monastery Mentor. What if there's a card better than Mox Opal underneath the Sensei's Top? Okay, I will tap Grim Monolith. It is, of course, better for me if this turn is more broken. I'll spin the top. Kiora. If I flip top, play Kiora, it would loot away top and Iconoclast, or top and... Yeah, I don't really want to loot those cards away. I don't mind drawing Kiora next turn, though. Okay, so... But if I have Iconoclast next turn, then all my top tricks are better. Yeah, I could flip top, play 3 PI now, and just go super wide next turn and hope that I survive. Okay. I'm going to do that. Flip top, blue, red, and hope they can't kill my stuff right now. Keep that handful of lands, and this is their last energy for Static Prison. Tameo is returning to me soon if the game goes another turn. There's Plains. Mana's being tapped, kind of a lot of it. Eagles of the North, that is like actually pretty effective here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can... Eagles of the North was so fucking good. I've never seen this card actually do anything before. Alright, I'm going to go to 2. And probably just lose. I know most of the cards in my deck, right? It's Mox, Opal, Kiora, and then 1 unknown. That unknown better be good. Spin the top. Kitsa's not it. Flying, huh? Yeah, I can't beat a flying card. Yeah, Mox Opal is on, but I cannot beat the flyer. I'm good against any amount of ground pounders here, but the flyer at 2 life. Maybe I was supposed to chump with Iconoclast last turn. That puts me at 4 life, and then I could make... Nah, that's still not enough. Okay, they got me. Flyer's too good. Just making sure Kitsa and Kiora don't fly. Don't have reach. Nope. Okay, GG's. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying something pretty off the beaten path, and we know that. So I'm not going to feel bad about that. I am trying to have an exciting moment here and feel something, rather than necessarily play the best deck that I have access to. On to the next round. The 9th installment of the NYSE Vintage Open Series is coming. This 15 proxy vintage tournament with Power 9 prizes takes place on Saturday, June 14th, 2025 in Long Island, New York, and has a $500 entry fee. That's a hefty entry, but the guaranteed prizes for top 8 are Unlimited Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxen. The NYSE Open 8 went well for me last year. Someone better come stop me from getting another Lotus. Will it be you? I'll be at the NYSE Open 9 on June 14th, and I hope to see you there. register on melee.gg or use the link in the video description. I'm on the draw in round 2. I have fast bond into wheel. Oh, wait, what? Is my opponent leaving? What's going on? Well, I'm up 1-0. I don't know why. I was really excited to play that hand. That sucks. I'm going to submit my deck. I wonder if they kept a hand by accident or if they're just going to scoop the match. Okay, I still have Wheel of Fortune, but I don't have fast bond to go with it this time. Okay, seems they are interested in showing up and playing Magic. All of a sudden. What are you doing over there? Probia. Okay, we have Fire, Ice, Demonic Tutor, Animate Dead, Liliana of the Veil. Sure. So I'll get this Polluted Delta in the mix and pass the turn. Would be pretty exciting to draw Fast Bond here. End step, Basic Mountain fetched. Okay, if I fetch here, they can ice my land in the upkeep, which I may or may not care about, so I will draw. Okay, now I have access to Steady Green. This also stuffs the ice line completely. I try to ice any of my stuff, it's gone. I can Manamorphose into Wheel of Fortune next turn and just send it. See what the game looks like after that point. Blood Crypt. Enters untapped. If they Demonic Tutor, I'm definitely going to wheel. Heck yeah. Alright. Demonic Tutor, whatever that is in the graveyard now. I hope it's not Spell Pierce. End step, fetch with Polluted Delta. I'll get Rafine's Tower and Basic Forest. Do I need the forest? No, Volcanic Island does what I want. Yeah, Rafine's Tower is basically Underground Sea. And then I'll fetch Volcanic Island to go with it. Fast one off the top. Ooh, Grim Monolith. Not going to complain about that. Okay. Well, let's see how far this goes, I guess. 1, 2. Grim Monolith. 1, 2, 3. Red. Manamorphose for blue-red. Blue-red. Wheel of Fortune leaving a blue in the pool. Storm is 3. My things can go in any order. We got their Entomb. That's what they demonicked for. I'm 1 mana short of the fast bond win. I guess it's not really a win, but the fast bond moment came and went. My hand's still pretty fun, though. If I had floated black instead of blue, I could have kept going there. Okay, so I got rid of their Entomb and an Animate Dead, but I did give them 7 fresh cards to rest. Well, I probably lose fast bond here. Oh, they took the Rain. Cool. Kiora is already awake, like in full octopus mode, if that's something I'm interested in. Okay, I'm going to make a green with fast bond, or with Chromatic Star to cast fast bond. Oh, Yogg will. Don't mind if I do. Fast bond resolved. Blooming Marsh would enter tapped, so I don't really need that this turn. Here's a land Kiora can loot to, and then we can see where we are. I could also just Yogg will and cast my graveyard right now. Does that win? I could wheel again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands in there. So Yogg will's worth at least 5 mana. Could I Kiora before I Yogg will? Maybe I'll wait a turn, go for Kiora now. Memory lapse. Alright, I'll have to Kiora next turn. I've already played a land, but Blooming Marsh does come into play tapped. Steam Vents will hurt me next turn more than it hurts me now, so I'll play that one. Okay, I'll pass and try to go next turn even bigger. I hope they tap out for something that doesn't kill me, and then just let me do what I want to do. Alt Epiphany, so this loots 2 cards and then makes some 1/1s. This could set up a Reanimate. Yeah, them doing it main phase like this is a little suspicious. Duelist of the Mind Swamp, discarded. Okay. I won't miss those. I'm still going to lead on Kiora. Okay, draw 2, discard 2. Gush, huh? That card is pretty good with fast bond. I'll discard Blooming Marsh and Island, and then I'll cast Gush, returning my 2 basic islands to my hand. Third Path Iconoclast. Do I want that in the mix here? Just a bit off of Displacer Kitten in a variety of ways. I could just Yogg will, see where life takes me. They're holding up 2 mana. Okay, Island, Coalition Relic. I'm going to try to flush out a loose focus or a miscalculation here. Alright, that wasn't what they had. Right, Iconoclast, get in. I have a send here that does represent winning the game, but they are like showing cards. Ancestral Recall is a good one. If you don't have to go all in and lose to an opponent who has blue and black mana up, you don't have to. I have this token army available now. Faithless Looting, pretty good. I have to watch out for this Ancestral because it actually could kill me if I go for an Oracle line. Worldspine Worm, Woodfall Primus hit the graveyard. If they have the Shallow Grave, I might just be dead here. And I think they do have Shallow Grave because Magic Online prompted me what order I wanted my cards to go to the graveyard. And it only does that when it matters. So this is 15, 16, 17. I'm dead. Shit. Got out comboed. Maybe I'm a wuss. Maybe I was supposed to send it. Disappointing. Yep, dead for Xaxes. Okay. Hate that for me. Deathrite Shaman's coming in, though. Okay, my opponent might be a better combo deck than me. I was interested in sending it more against my last opponent because they were Boros, where if my stuff came together, like that same hand that we just experienced versus the Boros opponent last round, I think would have been a clean victory. But of course, Magic has matchups. That's part of the game we play. If I had played one fewer land with fastball in that game, I would have had another turn to play. My line costs a lot of life, though, so I don't think I could have really gone for that. Okay, the Tendrils is out. Wheel, Oracle. Imp Seal is still reasonable. Reign of Filth, yeah, that's one that needs to go if I'm pivoting onto the Grixis mid-range deck. I should probably also add a land if I'm doing this. I guess my artifact mana is pretty good. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Let's go. Keep. This is the fastest Mox Opal I'm capable of. My hand doesn't actually do anything, but it's ready to do everything. Oh, I forgot this is game 3. My opponent just like randomly scooped game 1. Interesting. All right. The match is on the line here. Island, Manifold Key. I'll play Opal just in case I get wheeled. Like Black Lotus Windfall or something. Okay, Volcanic Island. Grim Monolith. Ancestral over the top. Fair enough. Mulligan to 5, find Ancestral Recall. Sounds good. 3 mana, untap Grim Monolith with one of it. Coalition Relic. Pass the turn. Now I wish I had Wheel of Fortune. Didn't board it out, did I? No, shit, I did. Probably should not have boarded that out. But they are Reanimator, and wheeling this deck randomly doesn't make a lot of sense. Spyglass Siren. The map can get creatures into their graveyard if they happen to have a bonker on top of the deck. They can mill it. Explore it into a swamp. Forgot to charge my Coalition Relic. Tight. Blooming Marsh works here. I think I'm going to Manamorphose for blue-red. I'm just cycling. Third Path Iconoclast, nailed it. Blooming Marsh and pass. Okay, I have something doing something. There's that swamp. Consider. This is another blind look at reanimating a monster. Or entombing a monster. I don't know if they have the reanimate, but they did resolve Ancestral Recall. In a deck with multiples. Kept the card. Demonic Tutor. That can be whatever they want it to be. My opponent's deck is much better than mine. Not only just like ignoring for that I tried to do something crazy here. They have Ancestral Recall and Demonic Tutor in their deck. And they're the best archetype. Okay. I'm going to remember to charge Relic, not once, but twice now. Charge it up. I get 2 mana that I can't do fudging anything with. I'll make blue-black. Then I'll play this Wooded Foothills and fucking lose. Okay. Target creature can't be blocked. Might as well. Just trying to do literally anything. I'm going to charge my Relic now. Should be quite clear to my opponent that I don't have anything to do with it. Yeah, it's tricky because Wheel was medium, fine, maybe even bad last game. And it would be busted here. Paradoxical Outcome would have been horrendous in previous games, but it's probably insane here. Just the push and pull of the 2 halves of the deck that I have. I'll get my Steam Vents tapped while I can and hopefully draw something that does something. 1 ring? 1 ring? Come on, deck. There's 15 lands in you. All right, I'll make blue. And I guess just lose to whatever comes out of the sneak attack after doing nothing. Yeah, Sensei's top, Snapcaster Mage. So many reasonable things to have here. Duress. Ha! Like I had a spell, you idiot. Okay, sneak attack. What do we got? Woodfall Primus. This can kill my Manifold Key. I'm going for Grim Monolith. That's fine. They get to kill another thing at the end step. Yeah, that's gone. This is not the worst thing they could have had in the sneak attack, but it is going to take me off Metalcraft and blow up a bunch of my stuff. I'm going to untap the Coalition Relic now. I'm trying to make Coalition Relic look scary enough that they leave my Manifold Key alone, because I'm actually more interested in the key. One Ring could still take over this game. Yeah, the Primus persists back. They did go for Relic. Alright, deck. One Ring to rule them all. Fairy Mastermind. To rule nobody. Okay. Yeah. I'll pass. If they have another creature, I'm cooked. Attack for 6. That's fine, I guess. I'm at 5. End step, Fairy Mastermind. No reason to have Steam Vents there. Just spewing off like crazy. Literally basic islands right next to it. Memory Lapse. Well, that's just Time Walk. Okay. Mastermind. And I'm at 5, so I'm dead. If I don't draw a card. I don't even get 2 cards here. What am I even looking for? 1 mana spells are like Sensei's top. I guess main phasing this is going to have to be good enough. And I'm going to leave up green just in case I draw Fast Bond. I just have to draw... Oh, this costs 4 to activate? Wow. It's been a minute since that card was playable anywhere. I guess I draw 2 cards on their turn, chump with both of my creatures, and then try to win at 1 life. Cult Epiphany. Okay, I lose. This draws me a card. Don't lose yet. Cryptic Command buys me a turn. That is in the deck. Shallow Grave, Watery Grave. This makes 2 spirits. I draw a card. Cryptic Command. Begin the turnaround. Gush. That could be anything, even a Cryptic Command. Okay. Blue. No, I have to do this on their turn. Okay, pass. Yeah, I have to Gush on their turn because the floating mana needs to hit Cryptic Command. Faithless Looting. This triggers Mastermind. They want me to draw Cryptic Command. They want it to happen so bad. Gush also makes a 1/1, which doesn't help a lot here. Fall Primus is huge. Metamorph right on time. The beginning of combat. Blue, Gush. That makes a creature. Kitsa does not have flash, does not do anything. I guess I can activate Mastermind with my floating mana. I did not draw an instant. And I am once again dead for close to Exaxes. It's block, lose. Okay, exactly dead again. Alright, yeah, opponent has a much better deck than me. Hit a bunch of air. Maybe I'm supposed to have Wheel and PO in, even if I'm off it. Even if I'm off trying to storm. Like, dumping out all that mana. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting results oriented right now because how often is that going to happen? I have like Mox Opal and Grim Monolith. I have 2 cards that reward me for dumping out, and I just happen to have both in my opening hand. Yeah, alright. I don't feel bad. Maybe Wheel's still supposed to be in, but I don't feel bad about cutting the PO. Alright, on to the final round. We'll try to win a game.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
On the play in the final round, trying to fend off a reverse trophy. This hand has like 4 A's and 0 B's. I got a mulligan. The old Gush 0 Islands hand. I'm going to 5. I have 1 rings in my deck. I have wheels in my deck. Going to 5 isn't the worst. I have ways to recoup this. Mulligan. Okay, here we go. Keep. Get rid of Thassa's Oracle and probably Swamp. Okay. Got a bit of a mountain to climb here, but I'm ready. Island Mana Vault. opponent showing off over there with their 7-card hand. And their start that's just as good as mine. Relic. I'm not going to bluff Spell Pierce. Fucking whatever. I'll just charge it. Okay, 5 mana. The blue artifact deck is one of the best decks in the cube. Expedition map, very likely to find Tolarian Academy. Now if I wheel, Currency Converter gives them 1,000,000 resources. Okay, I'm going to make green. Then I'm going to sack Chromatic Star for green. Ooh, okay. I'm going to play Fast Bond. Do I want to play Fast Bond? Do I want to loot Fast Bond away? Okay, I can make a decision later. I'll play Kiora. Tamiyo 3PI. Fast Bond and 3PI can go to the graveyard, and I'll play Tamiyo. Alright, that ended up not being a bad turn. Yogg-Will can eventually convert this Fast Bond into stuff. A second color revealed. Coveted Jewel. Alright, well, they must be planning to win now because I have 2 attackers in play. And if I take the Jewel, I'm going nuts. Retrofitter. Balance, jeez. Alright, that will kill my creatures. They have to discard 3 cards, though, and lose a land. So this balance is pretty mid, honestly. Okay, they discarded Everflowing Chalice and a bunch of lands, all of which go into the currency converter. Yawgmoth's Will looking mid, or like moderately solid here. Not yet, though. I guess I'm going to charge Relic, pass. There's this PO. Imagine if my opponent last round tried to balance me when I had 1 land, 0 cards in hand, and 85 artifact mana. I'll see what we can make happen here. Yogg-Will post-balance is a pretty powerful interaction. Do they have the Tolarian Academy? Do they want to go for it? Map. Tolarian Academy. They're showing me what a real, actual, good cube combo deck looks like right now. Storm wasn't even in the Magic Online cube for a while. They just cut the Tendrils of Agony, the things that enable it. Like, I don't even know if Yogg-Will was in the cube at the time. And people were grumpy, and I don't know why, because Storm in Vintage Cube is pretty bad. Alright, they have a 7/7 unblockable. That can be a 9/9 unblockable just with the stuff that's on board. I need a big draw here. That's not the big draw I was looking for. I was kind of looking for Reign of Filth. Okay, what is this Relic gonna do? I could just cast Paradoxical Outcome for 2 and look at my new cards. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not dead here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to outcome for 2 and hope that I can set up something with Yogg-Will next turn. This is really bad, though. Okay, I did hit a land. And pass. Fingers crossed. Hope for the best. Opponent is Hellbent. Here's a treasure that grows the Kappa. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. And then they can go 12, 13 with their onboard thingos. Maybe quite a bit more with Retrofitter if they untap it a bunch of times. I'm not going to bother to do the math, but I don't think they could get 4 extra artifacts into play with that. Maybe they can. Maybe they can quite trivially. If 16 mana right now, yeah, maybe they can just go all the way up the chain here. They're doing the math right now to figure it out. But this is what I was talking about in the draft when I was dubious about Paradoxical Outcome. It's like my opponent has Mox Sapphire, Mana Vault, Tolarian Academy, all cards you could pick as early as pack 1, pick 1 and not feel bad about it. And if a deck like this happens to be past a Paradoxical Outcome, which it would because nobody else is going to be interested in it, it's insane. Whereas my deck, I have like 7 total artifacts in it. Some of them cost 4. They still have 10 mana floating. I think they've done the math and maybe they can make this Kappa lethal. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think they're 1 short. Untap. 17. Yeah, I'm at 1. That makes Fast Bond a lot harder to kill with. 1 ring off the top, buy me a turn of protection. Draw 0 cards, lose. Okay, super cooked. Balance. Balance is quite a card. Okay, their deck's way better than mine. Should I board into the mid-range thing, or should I just be trying to send my game 1? My deck that is bad, but at least has some plan to win. Maybe Thassa's Oracle never should have been in this deck if I have the Tendrils. Fairy Mastermind I like, because it can punish Jewel. Generous Plunderer can be really good against decks with this many artifacts in them. I think I'm just going to turn that knob a little bit. Kiora can F off. All right, here we go. If Cataxian Probe finds an untapped land, that turns on Mox Opal. I actually like this hand, but I'm not going to keep on the strength of that. Okay, keep. Bottom Yogwill, then hope to top deck any action. Okay, my hand is completely broken if I get to do anything with it. And a full key pass. This would be the game, the redemption game. Draw that, pack one, pick one Wheel of Fortune, and send it wheeling. Send it spinning. Gosh. Guess what my lands aren't? The answer is islands. But if I draw an island, I have fast spawn, I'm ready to go. You can also just spend 5 mana on Gush, it's allowed. Controversial, but technically legal. We're not untap Monolith in the end step. 3 is more than 1. Island? Oh, that is an island. Okay, I'll play Rafine's Tower, float a blue, cast Gush. I could even cycle Rafine's Tower with all my extra mana now. Metamorph. That did not go where I wanted it to. Grim Monolith, cycle Rafine's Tower. Displacer Kitten. I do like that one. Okay, untap Monolith. Island. Volcanic Island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Displacer Kitten. And if my opponent does something like play a Coveted Jewel, I can Metamorph it and go Berserk. The play Rafine's Tower, pick up Rafine's Tower from Gush, cycle it all in the same turn was fun. Urza's Saga. I'm not allowed to copy that with Metamorph. Teferi Time Raveler. Boring, but okay. Kitten's back in my hand. Blue to Delta. Great. Fetch with Delta. I'll get Badlands. Charge my Relic. And pass. I wish I had a Teferi. That's another combo I'm just 1 card short of. Mind Stone. Okay, I can kill Teferi in combat this turn, if that is the best thing available for me to do. I'll put black in the pool, float 3 mana, play Imperial Seal. If I grab the 1 ring here, we're in business. Okay, 1 ring on top of my deck. Maybe we can make a game out of this yet. Make Displacer Kitten unblockable. Attack Teferi. Okay, that's handled. Do I want to metamorph anything here? I could metamorph Grim Monolith. I can metamorph. Yeah, I think I do want to copy one of my mana artifacts. Or I could copy Manifold Key. That lets the ring go even more buck wild. Yeah, this is going to be a Manifold Key. Okay, sweet. That's fun. Ooh, end step stock up. That's allowed because Teferi plussed. See if I just lose here. Opponent's deck is capable of it. I'm currently debating if I'm even going to release this video or if I've been talking to myself for the last 90 minutes. And whether or not we get even 1 dope pop-off Tendrils kill will be the determination of that. Saga, no constructs, just a tutor. We know they have Retrofitter Foundry, Mox, Sapphire, and Currency Converter at least in the deck to tutor for. Trying to convert some currency. Balance isn't even good here. Mox Opal. They'd have to discard their whole hand. Retrofitter. They can tutor for the Academy, which immediately becomes a zillion mana. Mystical Tutor. I'm scared. Mystic Confluence. Can they draw this right now? They know I just put a powerful card on top of my deck. Balance. Okay, so I lose Displacer Kitten. They lose their whole hand. I lose Basic Island. Oh, no. I click on the ones I want to keep, not the ones I want to lose. Or I don't need Blooming Marsh anymore because Fast Spawn's already in play. All right, yeah, I'll keep my Grixis lands. They discard their hand. Tinker, Portal to Phyrexia, Mere Battlesphere, all in the grip. Pretty good. I'll charge Coalition Relic. And my opponent currently has access to 1, 2, 3 mana. All right. With Mystic Confluence on top of their deck. Unless they shuffle it away. Nice Mystical Tutor. Okay. All right, Mystic Confluence is gone. They could have done those exact things in that same order, or in a different order, and gotten both. Okay. Well, let's try to make a game out of this. I'll make blue, and I'll tap Grim Monolith, and I'll play the 1 ring. And draw a card. Is this damage? Wow, it is. Okay, so I don't actually even take damage from Fast Spawn this turn. Draw 2. I should probably fetch first to get the lands out of the way. I'll take Forest. I don't think it matters that much. Untap Ring. Draw 3. Paradoxical outcome. You don't say. Land takes 0 damage. Sick. Land takes 0 damage. Sick. Land, I do have to take 2 from this one, but not the other one. Sick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I tap this for blue, I can get the monolith and everything back down. All right. Blue, 2, 3, 4. Outcome, target. Do I want to target fast bond, or is it more important that that's already in play? I don't think I'm going to target fast bond. I'm not going to target the ring either. Hold on. I could tap Relic for green and draw an extra card. Okay, green, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this better. All right. I'm going to leave green in the pool and get an extra card out of this exchange. Pick all these up and replay fast bond. I still have ring protection. No damage. Monolith. 3. Key. Untap. Ring. Draw. There's tendrils. Can we get there? 1, 2, 3. Right. Opal. I am many storm and 1 raw mana short here. I can play Phyrexian Metamorph. What happens if I just pass here? They're drawing wild. I could replay Relic, use Relic to play Chromatic Star, pass the turn, and then go again next turn. I did cut Thassa's Oracle. That has happened. Yawgmoth's Will is in my deck somewhere. I think I want to play Coalition Relic and Sensei's Top here. Or I could play 3 PI, Sensei's Top, put something on the board. Yeah, I was 1 raw mana short here of the tendrils. That was an exciting turn, though. Okay, opponent 1 draw step to rule them all. They can make a 2/2 in the end step, but I do have ring protection right now. They can make a 1/1 as well. Mock Sapphire. Okay. They can cash in Mindstone for a card. They can loot with Currency Converter. Any card could matter here. 9 cards left in my deck. I really wish I had Thassa's Oracle in. Okay, Gitaxian Probe. That is not going to do anything. If I tap this ring, I can't wheel, but I'm not going to wheel anyway. All right, tap the ring. Let's go. Big money. I still have not found Yawgmoth's Will. It's in the bottom 3 cards of my deck. I can Gitaxian Probe, go to 5. All right, Probe. And I can double tendrils here. Probe found Rain of Filth. That makes my Yawgwill even better, if I can find it. It is still in the deck, right? I don't see it. It's not in exile. All right. It is still in there. So here, all right, I have Sensei's Top. I can get my Yawgwill if I need it. I think I'm going to start with Phyrexian Metamorph, copying the 1 ring to give me protection from Fast Bond. Okay, untap Grim Monolith, Metamorph, pay the 2 life, copy 1 ring. I will keep the new one. This is Fast Bond protection, land. This also stops them from Ancestor recalling me, in case they top deck into that. I will tap this ring. That gets me 1 deeper, Manamorphose. Red, black, Manamorphose. I'm going to make black here, and then actually storm out and win a match, or win a game. Black, Yawgwill, bottom card. Rain of Filth. You're done, opponent. We did it. We found a win. I guess I will release this video. All right, tap all of these to add blue, red, blue, sack. And I can replay all these with the Yawgwill, and I won't take damage because of ring protection. This is a lot of mana floating. I just have to be careful not to accidentally draw a card. Tameo, play that. Relic. I think I can win without even using the Yawgwill. 6, 7, 8. I could Snapcaster Manamorphose. Oh, no, no, no. That kills me. That kills me. Settle down. Everyone stop it. Everyone stop. Relax. Every spell in my graveyard draws a card. Okay. I guess I will have to use the Yogwill. It's fine. All right. Storm you here. This is not lethal yet. Do they want to start drawing cards? Same targets all around. Snap Tendrils does it. If I can hide the Yawgmoth's Will, I am of some interest of doing that. All right, Snapcaster Mage, target Tendrils. Okay, now they're scrambling. If they can make me draw a card, they win. A counterspell isn't good enough. Okay, now they're looting with Currency Converter. They're looking at 2 random cards from their deck right now. And we did it! We got a Storm win! Let's go! All right, opponent got the smoke. Now on the draw, feel like I have to become the other deck. I would like to win a match. We got the nonsense win. All right, Tendrils, Yogwill. My opponent's deck is just so much better than mine. What am I even trying to do here? Rampaging Raptor. This has haste. Okay, a bunch of interaction just came in. I already have Generous Plunderer in. Reign of Filth comes out. The Paradoxical Outcome and Wheel are still in. Am I ever going to wheel this opponent? And never say never. Because I do have the mana dump out hands. Would I rather have something like Dragon's Reach Channeler, Rampaging Raptor over Paradoxical Outcome? It had its moment, and it was delightful. Outcome is in the sideboard right now. I'm keeping the wheel around. Kiora's really slow, but does move cards around in a way I care about. That balance is such a pain in the ass, though. Having a haste creature post balance is pretty exciting. And I currently have 2 red sources in my deck. 3 if we count Mox Opal, Coalition Relic, Manamorphose. It could happen. Do I want Thassa's Oracle in the deck in case we go to the bottom again, but now I'm not trying to storm out? Fastbond's so sick. I am glad that the Fastbond thing has worked out at least once. Okay, I'm going to try this. I have a haste creature. I have a bunch of counter spells. My opponent's deck is what you dream of when you sign up for a Vintage Cube. I will mulligan this hand that doesn't cast spells. I will keep this hand that casts spells. And I'm probably going to bottom wheel. Yeah, all right, the wheel's gone. I'm playing Distressingly Fair. Sensei's Top. I also have that card. Show me your moves. Opponent's got a bunch of mana in their hand and stock up. That is a good combo. Yeah, if they play a Mind Stone or Chalice this turn, they could stock up next turn. They can even spin top now. Ooh, Grim Monolith. Now I regret pitching the wheel. But you never know. You don't know till you're there. I'm going to charge Coalition Relic and try to rampage their Raptors out. I've not shown them anything that hits quite as hard as Rampaging Raptor. We have seen some generic counterspells from them. We've seen the balance that their whole deck seems to be built around. Trinket Mage. That can block my creature. Candelabra. They're investing insanely. Oh, they drew the Tolarian Academy. Never mind, never mind. I was about to say they're investing in the future. They are cashing in now. Candelabra. This is another 3 mana. They can stock up or Chalice for 1 here. Stocking right up. Okay. The good news is balance doesn't kill my Raptor anymore. The bad news is I'm very dead. I drew an island. Perfect. Okay. I hope bashing them in the head works as a plan because it's all I got. They went to 16, did not block with Trinket Mage, which means they're not setting up a balance here. Mana Vault. Academy, Candelabra, Academy. Mirror Battlesphere. Yeah, that's better than my creature. I think it's safe to say. Remember when their hand was already good and then they drew Tolarian Academy? That was fun. Got an Everflowing Chalice for 2 in the end step. I don't know how I can ever take this game back. It's certainly not by drawing bad lands. Okay. Red in the pool. Because I have to buff this thing. No, I'm just dead. I don't even care. We're done. We're done. You got me. Okay, this deck was really bad. It was adventurous. We were from the draft. I've decided I will release this. We stormed off once. Count it. Thank you for everyone who toughed that out. I know it was not the most thrilling or high-level thing to watch, but it was an exercise in stretching what the Magic the Gathering game engine can support. I'm a 4-color combo deck with 8 basic lands in it. Can that even work? Turns out the answer is mostly no, but did have powerful cards going on here. Kind of feels like I wasted a One Ring. I got that really early One Ring and could have done anything with it, built any deck with it, and probably just coasted my way to the 3-0, but decided to do this shit instead. Did get to showcase some cool interactions like Gush plus Fast Bond. That is a interaction that defined Vintage for a while. Gush is restricted partially because of that. Manifold Key Grim Monolith of One Ring. That's an interaction that's currently relevant in Legacy and Vintage. Getting One Ring protection to make unlimited land drops under Fast Bond at low life was pretty awesome. The draft was a mess. The gameplay was a bit of a mess, but we did get to showcase some cool things, and I don't mind putting myself on the altar of science to show us what doesn't work and maybe why you should take a chill pill and not try to do every cool thing. I'll leave this one here. Maybe I'll do one more draft this season so we don't end on this. Maybe, maybe not. Come back next week and find out. Everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon. I'll see you next time.